Hello guys, with another tutorial for competitive programming. Today I'm going to do another tutorial for competitive programming for a problem about strings, and it's called super reduced string. You're gonna find this in hackerRank.com, but under practice session, all the mains, algorithm string, super reduced string. So the challenge is basically is about reducing a string that got characters that are repeated, but it's not just characters that are repeated, but repeated character adjacent, and it's a little bit dynamic. Why? Because if we deleted a couple of like these, if we deleted C and C because they are adjacent, what happens is like B, D, 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 they are adjacent, and then you get rid of the D, so you have just one D, and you have the A, and you just have an A. And they are adjacent, like for this example it's going to be seen more clearer. A and R adjacent, so you get rid of them, and you have B, and they are adjacent, so you get rid of them. So they are dynamic. It's not just because B it's appeared twice, but because they become adjacent when you get rid of the A that are adjacent. So this is basically it. So if you don't understand, I'm just gonna do this quite simple example right here, like A B E E. So let's make it another A here. So you get rid of the A here, and you get rid of the B here, and these becomes adjacent, and these become adjacent. So you get rid of these, and then you get rid of these, and you have just an empty string. Okay, save him. Okay, so here's the code. I'm gonna start with explaining the idea. The idea is like for someone who's just like getting started with competitive programming or programming in general. What it's gonna do is just like take this one, see this one, if they are, if they are adjacent, you get rid of them, you keep the A, and then B, and then you C, and you get rid of them, and so on. And you have to redo the things for the last, string until you find no repetitive adjacent characters. This way you're gonna have like it's O and S squared or something. It's very complex algorithm. Look for this one, you're gonna have B, so you're gonna keep it. You have A, and you're just gonna get rid of this, and you have B, and then you have B, but you're not gonna look through this, and then this is the wrong answer. And if you look through it again, so it's recursive, so you have to do it for the new one until you find no repetitive adjacent characters, which makes it a very complex algorithm. My algorithm is going to be based on stacks. If you don't know anything about stacks, you better look for them, because they are very unique, and they are a very helpful data structure, and they're going to be very helpful in our algorithm also. I'm using Java for this tutorial, and I'm gonna start right now. For entering I use a scanner, scanner system.in, which is a way to get me the data from from the file. And I need here for competitive programming, you also gotta check for if there is for input format, if there is all many test cases or just one test case or something like that. For input format, it's just single string S, which is simple enough and fair enough. It's just a single string right there, and it's just which means it's just one test case, and it's simple. So there's no loops or anything. And our data is gonna be a string, so I like comment like that. Next, not next, enter anything. Next for getting the string. I'm gonna need a stack of strings or characters. I prefer working with strings because they're a bit more elegant. I don't know why I feel like that, but it's the same thing, just gonna add a few things. Here we are with a stack. In Java it's called like that, just a string. Here we are. Now we declared our stack, which is initially is gonna have if. We gotta take care of the special cases. What if our string is already empty? If it's already empty, you're just gonna write empty string. But if it's not, and if it's just one character, you're just gonna write it right down. You don't need to do all the processing. So that are special cases that you gotta take care of, and list the program or the problems that ensured you that there's no problems like these. Okay, so for we're gonna look through this. We are gonna look through this if SR length equals to 0. They told us to write empty string when we don't have anything left. You gotta take care of format of the string. You don't need to write something that's not been asked for. Else, always take care of brackets too. If our second case which is we're just gonna write str, else we're gonna take care of our stack, our problem. Get rid of extra space. Okay, here we are with else. This is where our problem we're gonna start. We didn't initialize our stack, so our stack initially is empty. So we're gonna start by initializing our stack. Because our stack got strings, we need to do this. This actually, formats our, type of, string of character. Because we're gonna use this. Because we're sure that this is like superior than 1, because it's else, and because it's not 0, so we are here. Now we have our stack. We're gonna need an index, which is gonna start from 1, and we need this. We need the loop. Why is this? Okay, let me explain this very fast. You have A, B, C, D. For every single one of them, we initially get in our stack, this is the first character. And the second one, we're going to pull it from our stack and see if it's equal to the second one. If it's equal to the second one, cool. And then, if cool, we're just gonna get rid of the first one. We're not gonna add second one. But what if it's not empty? What if it is empty? We're just gonna add it, and that's okay, because what are we looking for is adjacent characters. So I hope you understand it, but we're gonna do it anyway. So here we are with this. We're gonna need this to be incremented, so we get rid of it first. We see if our stack is empty. Is empty. The only thing we're gonna do if it's empty, we're just gonna add the next character to it, which is in index I. And don't forget to do this. And we're done for this else. And that's what's the deal thing and the real thing comes. If our string, if it's not empty, we're going to create a string called slist.peak. Why did I choose peak? Because it's not gonna pull our string from our list, it's just gonna keep it out there. What we're gonna do is just gonna take it. If it's not supposed to be that stack anymore, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna get rid of it, but if we are supposed to keep it, we're going to keep it. So it's peak. We're just gonna get you the first element in the stack above. Here we are right now. If s equals this, here we are. If dot s equals str, that's what we're gonna do. equals a what we're gonna do is we are going to get rid of it. By getting rid of it, I mean pop it out. Else, if it's not equal, we're just gonna add the new one, which is add. Here we are. Yeah, I think this is all about it. Okay, let's repeat. So every time in competitive programming there's challenges, you got to take care of, like, everything has been taken care of. So let's see. The first case, if it's equal to equals 1, and if it's empty, we're just gonna add it. If it's not empty, here we are, we're going to pick it. If it's equal, we pop it out. If it's not equal, we're just gonna have it. There's one more thing. This is our while, it's finished, and this is our else. Here we are. Right now, what we're gonna do is, like, our string, the final string, is on our list, which is our stack. The problem a stack is just give you the first one until the last one. So we're going to do something to do this. Okay. I hope you guys, Java gives us the opportunity to actually work with for I until list size, but be careful, it doesn't give you the last element. So that's why you should work, mostly, if it's preferable, with list is empty. While list is not empty, we're gonna do something. We're gonna create a string called res, which is an empty string. We're gonna do this for it. Plus list.pop, but it gives us in reverse, so we just gotta reverse it again. New string builder res. It's immutable, so you can actually affect it to res and it's gonna be okay. That's reverse to string. So if final thing, this is wrong, yeah, I have problems with these, equals 0, and system out this. We can do like kind of recursion or something to this, but just keep it simple. Else, but here we're gonna have our res. So I hope that everything is okay and I didn't misspell something, because I'm writing in the hackerRank editor, so I don't know, maybe it may not work. So I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, here we are with yeah, I misspelled this. That's why it's preferable to use Eclipse. Next time I use Eclipse. Oh, cool. So I have green everywhere for the first test case and the third case. Let's submit it and let's see the results. I hope there's no red things going. Yay! Woo! Finally, thank God. Yeah, cool. So this is my tutorial. Please subscribe, please share my comments or anything you like or anything you would actually want me to do or any challenge you want me to work on it, and I'll be all ears. Thank you so much for watching, and to the next time.